Hello everybody, Sound StarCraft here with another exciting MLG game coming right out of your computer. And get excited everybody, because spawning in the left side we do have StarBomber, the blue Terran. Fear him or love him, or just both like I do, because he is one epic Terran player and he is spawning down here in the left hand side. See him just getting out his SCVs. Nothing cray going on. Standard opener from him. And get excited because up in the right hand side we do have the master rage quitter himself. It is going to be EGIdra, also known as, I don't know, because I don't know his actual name, but he is from America, quite a popular player. He does really well over there on those servers. He's also had quite a lot of MLG success in the past and the present, and he is known for rage quitting now and again, which is hilarious. Maybe we'll see that out of him here in this game. Maybe we won't. Who knows? But I hope these music levels are alright for you guys. I'm just going to turn them down a little bit here. So we don't see any cheesy 6-pull or anything like that. That's pretty standard for these high level games. If you 6-pull your opponent, you're pretty much going to get owned, especially if they are Terran and they do wall off. Although Bomber isn't even going to bother walling off because he knows that EGIdra is not going to 6-pull him. That would just be far too cheesy. And we just see barracks coming down. Supply depot has already been built. And EGIdra going for the fast expand, which is pretty typical of EGIdra. He does love to sit back and macro up as a Zerg player, as many high level Zerg players do, and even lower level Zerg players. The gas is going to go down there for StarTales. One thing about Bomber is he has, I don't think that's grammatically correct there. Good one, James. No, he does have a sponsorship from Red Bull. So shout out to Red Bull for sponsoring him. I think that's a great thing. It's great to see these players getting support, because it isn't one of the most highest paid sports. Obviously, a lot of people don't even really recognize it as a serious sport, even though it is an esport. It does draw huge crowds and it's super entertaining. If you ask me, I'd rather be watching a StarCraft game than some sort of, I don't know, gridiron, whatever you Americans watch. But here we go, as StarTales is going to be dropping his command center, not even going to bother building it up here and then launching it off. He's just going to go straight to it, because he probably knows EGIdra quite well, knows that EGIdra loves to sit back and macro. So he's going to be like, hey bar, you going to macro? Well, I'm going to macro, and we're going to have one epic game. So we will see what happens here. Spawning pool has been finished for EGIdra. Marines on the way to double queens, so he can get those spawn larvae, get that extra larvae. That's going to be key in this game, so he can get that drone count up. If we look at the units killed, Bomber actually managed to kill a drone there. Sorry guys, I missed that. But what am I looking for? I am looking for resources. APM. Wow, that's super low for a game like this. But anyway, army supply, work supply there, pretty standard. What is this? 2 Lings going to be going downtown, as we do see them just get absolutely annihilated by this bunker. Will this Ling survive? Run, Marines, run, Ling! Oh, that poor Ling. He will never live another day in his disgusting swarmy land that's covered in creep purple poop. Poor thing, as the spine crawler goes down. He does have double queen at his expo, and I'm pretty sure soon he will be taking a third. This is EGIdra's mind right now. What's he doing? He's just chilling out with his overlord. He is going to be seeing what's going on in this base. Note he has spotted the expansion there, and Bomber hasn't done any scouting at all. So he's using his Bomber sensors, his Red Bull sensors, to just kind of assume he's macroing here. And we do see these Hellions going out. Gonna hopefully do some drone harass for Bomber. Note this is a map, does have this high yields, so those are very important to get onto, and especially in the late game here. which it very well could go to a late game as both players are getting gas. Bomber is working on his third command center. He's macroing up pretty hard for Terran. Usually around this time, Terran would have a much higher supply count, but not Bomber, man. He's like, you know what, EGIdra? Oops, sorry guys. I know you. You know me. We know each other. We're just gonna macro up. Here is the resources tab. Finally found that bad boy. And as you can see, it is fairly even. What are you doing, Hellion? Are you gonna move in? Are you just gonna get owned? The thing about the spine crawlers is they have a huge range, longer than a photon cannon. I found that the other day when I cannon rushed Zerg, or didn't cannon rush, just cannoned up near his base. That's right, I do actually play StarCraft sometimes, you guys. You can add me. Huck Norris is my name. Yes, hilarious. Maybe not. Some people think it is. Some people think it's just straight old lame. But hey, man, I'm not telling you how to think your thoughts. Right now, this command center, or orbital command, as I should be saying, is going to be lifting off. And where is he going to be sending it? Whoa. That Hellion did not last, man. Definitely did not last right now. This is what Bomber's doing. He's starting to get his supply count up, as EGIdra has not expanded, and maybe EGIdra, having scouted that Bomber is macroing pretty hard for Terran, has just gone, you know what, I'm going to sit on these two bases. I'm going to get, oh no, sorry guys, I'm completely wrong. He is going 3 bases. So, tanks going down. Very good as a Terran player to utilize tanks in a defensive position, and these Marines as well are going to be able to back them up if anything gets too close, such as Linglings. Oh, hurrah, I want to kill your tanks now. Nah, but the splash damage on these Lings is just redonkulous, as especially Stimpack almost learned. What do we have? Level 1. Medivac's finally on the way. Got an armory. And EGIdra is, hey, Mutalisks are on the way, man. 9 Mutalisks. That is a lot of Mutas to be making at once. So we do see a unit switch up for EGIdra here, knowing that Bomber is going to be macroing pretty hard. He does have tanks. The only thing right now he has to counter Mutas is a bunch of Marines, and Stim will be learnt. Medivacs will be able to help them out. Bunkers going down. And we do see that Bomber, despite not knowing what the hell EGIdra is doing, because he's doing absolutely no scanning, he's using up all of his energy on mules. He does have a missile turret here. He does have a missile turret here. So he will be worrying about mutas right now, as we can see them just noticing that there is an extra missile turret there, and there's even Marines here with this Medivac. So that excuse me guys, these mutas are not going to be as effective as EGIdra has hoped. But I mean, hey, mutas, they can either go one or two ways. They can be incredibly annoying and just rape your SCVs and hide your probes, hide your SCVs, or they can just get owned. As we see, this missile turret will not be built in time, and that SCV is going to be taken out. But this missile turret has been built, and look at these missile turrets go, man. They only cost about 100 minerals, but they are just ownage. They are so OP'd against mutas, and as you can see, man, EGIdra is just going to keep building mutas here. He is getting the upgrades as well to try and pump these bad boys up. But right now, he's just sitting on a few Linglings. He's getting his creep spread on, but these mutas are just looking for any kind of weak point they can find. Startail's Bomber. Ooh, he's taking an expansion here right next to Bomber's Expo. Very risky, but you know, he's confident, man. He's got a very mobile army now with these mutas, so why not? Why not take that expansion? These turrets are going to be going down, and Bomber does know that he is going against mutas. But you know, right now, if you look at the map, Thor is here. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sorry guys, I know it's terrible. Like I was saying, if you look at the map, EGIdra has so much more of a map presence, but I really don't know if mass muta is the way to go. I mean, these Marines, take a look, man. There's a lot of Marines on the field. If you look at the unit composition here, there are 50 Marines. So they are going to be able to own these 21 mutas, and TvZ is going to be able to own those mutas, even some medivacs to help out those marines. So right now, even though the supply count is pretty even, I do think that EGIdra is at a disadvantage here, because as you can see, he continues to build mutas. I don't really know what his game plan is, besides just, hey man, build a shitload of mutalisks. Oh, Bailings on the way. That's interesting. We might see Bailings here, but they would just get owned by these siege tanks, so I really don't know what he's doing. I mean, where can he attack Bomber? As you can see, Bomber knows that there's mass mutas. He's gotten a bunch of these missile turrets, which are incredibly good against mutas. I mean, the only thing we can see in EGIdra's favor, I mean, even that, because of the mules, he's sitting on more bases, but the income is relatively similar, and Bomber is going to be moving out here. Might just full screen this bad boy. Isn't that pretty? I did upgrade my graphics to Ultra, so hopefully you guys notice the difference and you like it. And maybe you can subscribe, yeah? Maybe you can subscribe, that would be nice. I don't know why I'm talking in the English accent. You guys like Total Biscuit, he talks in the English accent. So maybe if I talk like that, you'll be more likely to subscribe. Or maybe if I talk like Husky, you'll be more likely to subscribe, as Bomber is maxed out, so he is going to be moving out here. Be like, hello everybody, STBomber here, and I do have a game for you guys. I'm so excited because it is StarCraft going up to EGIdra, ACXE, buy my t-shirts. No, sorry guys. I'm actually, Husky's by far my favorite commentator, so I'm allowed to impersonate him, even though I do a terrible job of it. Husky, if you're out there, man, you do a great job, and I hope I can... Whoa, these mutas, man, full screen in this bad boy, as the battle has begun. But these marines are going to be going to town on these mutas, and these tanks are just going to be able to take out the ground defense, so EGIdra is going to be pulling out here, and we do say Bomber is going to continue pushing forward here while scanning, while being able to see what is coming his way, and I really can't see how EGIdra is going to be able to deal with this. All he has is a whole bunch of mutas, but he is going to be taking out these siege tanks from behind, but these marines are going to be able to flank up forward and defend that position, and more mutas on the way. Actually, yeah, a bunch of Bailings as well, so we'll see if that is effective. But right now it looks like this Expo is going to be falling for EGIdra, but oh my god, he's got a counterattack moving on down, and he's just bailing with everything, basically sacrificing that expansion. And where are these mutas going to strike? That is the question. There is a whole bunch of marines here, all on drugs, on stimpaks. Stimpaks, man, stimpaks are wax. Don't do crack, kids, as stimpaks are pretty much crack, and these mutas are just going to be dealing this splash damage quite nicely, but marines as well at the same time. So pretty even matchup. He needs to take out these medivacs here. As you can see, they're on very low life. They are going to be taken out by these mutas. Nicely done there by EGIdra. But hey, this command center is just chilling here, because that creep spread has nicely denied that for a little while, but we will see that that will be put down as the scan going down there, taking out that creep spread. That expansion could easily be taken by EGIdra as well, as another medivac goes down. If we look at the units killed, it is favoring Bomber at the moment, but in terms of resources, favoring Bomber as well. So we will see. Supply is still even. I just want to say, guys, this is a pretty epic game. Like, it's super even. Both players here constantly going back and forth. It's just like the ebb and flow of life, man. Just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. Oh, these Bailings are going to be busting on your marine's face, in and around its mouth. Oh, but these doors, man, they are just awesome against air units, and these mutas are going to be. But right now, you know, we can see on the map there that EGIdra, he has a shite load, I think is the correct term. Even Ghosts on the way for well, on the field, and more Ghosts going to be getting level 3, whereas these Ghosts are just chilling here good upgrades. 3-2 for Bomber. He does have the 2 attack on the air units and the 2-2 on the ground units. Finally, we're going to see some infestors on the way for EGIdra. So far, he's just been kind of going with Ling bailing mutas. And these Lings, man, they are just going to be sprinting for their lives. Managed to intercept a few tanks set on rally point there, but these Marines as well are just going to... These Marines, man, let me just point out, they are the most unfortunate Marines. This Marine right here, I do know for a fact his name was Billy. He had a family back on Earth, and you know, they're going to have to be notified by the officials there that Billy did not survive. No one ever takes a moment to think of all the troops lost out here battling the swarm. It's a sad day, but at the same time an epic day because infestors have arrived, and we do still have mutas on the field. Right now, though, Bomber is ahead in supply, which is not something you want to be seeing as a Zerg player, as your units kind of drop like it's hot. And we do see Fungal going down on this Thor. And EGIdra has left the game. Didn't even rage quit. So I guess the reason there is, look at this supply discrepancy. I mean, EGIdra did have quite a few bases. He was getting a decent income. Bomber as well, pretty even there. But basically, Bomber, he just had a better unit composition, and that's what it came down to. EGIdra didn't really do anything wrong, except he went mass mutas, which was pretty damn stupid. If he had Broodlords, Infestor, Roaches, which would have been more of a standard composition, I think he would have had a better chance. But he went for mutas, which is a bit more of a risk. I mean, if Bomber hadn't put up these missile turrets, they definitely could have paid off, and he could have easily gotten a quick GG there. But Bomber did put those up, and then EGIdra just was like, yeah, man, I'm just going to keep building mutilas anyway, which is pretty silly if you ask me. Silly Billy EGIdra, you're so silly. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. This is game 1 of the MLG series, so game 2 will be coming soon between StarTalesBomber and EGIdra. Who will win the next game? Will EGIdra lose again and just rage quit all over your face? Or will Bomber be able to fail against EGIdra? I don't know. Bomber's playing pretty well at the moment, man. He is playing well. But that's all from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this replay. I certainly did. I'm going to be casting a lot more for you. Please subscribe, guys. Please, 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 please subscribe. No one ever does, but please do it anyway. And I will love you forever. And you can message me and send you replays to soundstarcraft2@gmail.com, and I will cast those. Even if it's your own game and you want to get some publicity, that's cool. Send me those replays. Right now, I hope you're enjoying this blank screen. I certainly am. Oh, look at that handsome man. Bet you've seen him before. And I'm just going to be waiting to get out the recording thing and cancel it for you guys. But I hope you enjoyed this game. I certainly did. Please subscribe. I cannot say that enough. And right now I am going to be stuck on this screen. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. And I'll see you guys later.